about students of the different numbers and not being lost in confusion. Before that, I would like to mention about one thing, not two things. One thing is enough. So, yesterday I just mentioned about this. And again, I would like to mention about what's the essential self. See, what essentially is a Buddha nature. Buddha nature. See, what's the Buddha nature? When I just clap my hands, everybody becomes this sound. This is so-called Buddha nature. Only this is a very, very simple, natural, without any problem. But the Shakyamuni Buddha always just just to mention about teach these things. People have a great trouble. What is it? What is it? People, this is because he just clap your hand and the sound come out. This is total misunderstanding. This is total misunderstanding. See, I would like to just give you some example. When the Master Dogen, when Master Dogen just sit himself, sit in the monastery, the next to him, the monk next to him, just start falling in sleep. Then the master uses just to his shoulder by the kind of voodoo sandal. Then he said, there is another time for sleeping. Another time. No, this is the only way you'll be able to just realize who you was. And he hit his shoulder. the monk who is just falling asleep is so surprised, of course. But the Master Dogen was so surprised as well, because before he just come across this moment, when this the usual master uses hit someone at the shoulder by kind of he thought, because kind of a monk is falling asleep. Then the usual just hit his shoulder, and then sound come on. This is just most important misunderstanding. See, what's happened with the Master Dogen at that time? See, this he realized this sound is himself. This sound is himself, not this. That's reason he was so surprised. Oh, totally. He said, I've just been totally misunderstanding. Because he recognized this one is himself. So, but this time, see, he just realized this one is, see, the essential self. People don't know much about this reality. That's the reason people have it's called trouble question. Total misunderstanding. See, when I just grab my hands, something people say, that's crazy, Jinen just grab himself. And then sound come up. This is total misunderstanding. This is total misunderstanding. This is the essence. The essence of self. That's not that key. When you feel when you face the when you face that, you simply become addicted. Listen, that one is the essence of yourself. You could be without doing anything, without doing anything. You simply become addicted. You simply become addicted. Without doing anything. Without doing anything is a without self. Without self. That's the reason you simply become addicted. Never deceived by thinking. See, thinking creates what we think of the self I. That's the creation of thinking. That is not true. See? When I just grab my is everybody, everybody become this without doing anything. Why do we have to do it? This is the whole problem. We never know much about this reality. That's the reason we have to do that thousand. See, only that you'll be able to just realize this reality, like a master doing. This is the essential self. This. That's the reason we have to do that. So we go back to today's statement number 7, not being lost in confusion. See? Not being lost in confusion. See? We never be able to be confused because of without self. With self, the people already confused because people recognize this one as a self. That's a total reason. See, that people have to be confused. As long as the confusion, as far as confusion comes, you see, always two things happen. One is the things. One is the thing being recognized, and the other one is the person who just recognized. Two things happen. That's the reason it's going to be confused. It's caused us confusion. The reality is always one. Always one thing. See, the reality of the whole universe is everything is one. One is everything. This is the reality of the whole universe. People don't know much about this. See? Everything is one. We never be able to be confused. Everything is one. One is everything. See? There is any possibility to be confused. There isn't any possibility to be confused. Everything is one. One is everything. Because, as I just mentioned, that as a father of thinking, like conscious, always two things just come on. One is the things being recognized, and the other is the person who just recognized. Otherwise, we never be able to recognize anything. There always two things. It's called that's right. Reality is always one. Oneness. No separation between this and the other is there. See, that's it. No confusion at all. See, this thing, only this thing, you'll be able to just realize. Whatever just you do, wherever you do that, someday, you'll be able to just realize this reality. only doesn't. Right. So, so what the Jinen Roshi just teach us with today's the text number 7, not being lost in confusion. We never be able to be lost in confusion, and that's the reason we never have any trouble, problem, question, or very great. Even homeless. Your corporation will be your home. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are, that's your home. Although people call you home, it doesn't matter. Okay. So what he saying? What he just teacher says. You worry, what should I do? Or should I do this? We normally think this is being lost in confusion or trouble. But that is another case. That is another case. See, you are not lost in confusion at all. I would like you to know this. Yeah. As I always mention about, see, kind of just come across a kind of the two ways. See, then dog just, and then people look at it. Then people think, that's the is a confusion to go with you with the place. See, but that is another truth. See, don't just look with that thing. just look at it. Just move, just act this way. Then people look at that. That's so easy, so confused. Which way it has to go. That's the thinking of the person who just look at dogs. Dog never have any trouble. Dog never have it. Just act, just action. Then people just look at the dog and he thinks that dog have a kind of trouble. Which we just have to go. This is total misunderstanding. What are the gamers owner just teaching us is the action or activity and thinking that totally different. Well, as far as human are concerned, because we think of what we have to do, what we should do, then we can just say, this is total misunderstanding. When you think about what you should do, what we should do, then and nothing else. And then you simply act without what you thought about what we have to do, what we should do. Nothing concerns them. People don't know much about this reality. So that's the reason people are always think what we shall have to do, what we want to do. See, that's a totally useless. Although we don't deny thinking, so, but the thing is, thinking is another reality. As I just mentioned, see, the reality is when I feel dead, I simply become as it is, the end, nothing left. See, then see kind of memory, what we have done, and take it out, and then see, then just thinking, I thought just come out. They start just thinking about what what the things that I have done, what the things just gone on, whatever. See, that is the creation of thinking. Creation of thinking. That is that is not true. That's just happening in your mind. Nothing conservative. What's going on right now, right here. People never know much about this reality. This causes trouble, question, approval. Reality is very clear, very simple. When I face this, I simply become as it is and end. Nothing. See, nothing. When I face this, I simply become as it is. Then, then, then after that, you just think, oh, that's kind of a thing. Say it's too bad, good, or whatever. See? That is all just happening in your mind. Nothing concerning what's going on right here, like knowledge. So you worry, what should I do? Should I do this? See? We normally think this is being lost in confusion or trouble, but that is not true. That is not true. This is another case. That is not true. You are not lost in confusion at all. I'd like you to know this. What are the Genos just want to know much about with this is different between acting or activity and thinking. Thinking. When you think about us, the end, then act, and we just act. Without what we think about before. See, people never understand what people just, as I just mentioned, what people think of is because we think of what we should do, then we will be able to act. We'll be able to act. This is totally misunderstanding. When you just think of what we have to do, the end, and simply just act. We just simply without any concern without any concern with thinking. That is a Dharma. That is a Dharma activity. People never know how much about it. But even you just other people just try to think, oh, what's the reason that kind of things they will be able to do, but totally useless. We never be able to just think of it. We never be able to figure out that what's the reason it is without reason. Our activity, she always acts without any reason. See, without any reason. See, after we just asked something, and then we just put a reason afterwards. That is not a reality. That is not a reality at all. That is not true at all. Without any reason, without it, we just simply act. Just like before, we just study like a babies. babies. It's without any reason. Baby just simply acting. Without any reason, without thinking. Without any reason, without anything, without thinking, baby just acting. Without thinking is without self. Without self, baby just act. See? Even adult people is exactly the same activity of what the baby or what the baby are acting. Exactly the same thing. But what the difference is they just means wrong. Thinking. The baby never care much about thinking. Any but other people care much attach the thinking too much. That's a total different. That's the adult people just think of because we think of what we have to do, then we'll be able to act. That's a total miss. That's a total miss. Without thinking, we simply just act. We are simply acting right now, right? Who is acting? Who is acting? That's a whole problem. People don't know much about the reality. That's the reason we have to do that. As the Master Dojo institution, our activity is a complete and universal. Our activity is another human activity, universal activity. That's the reason we have to get out this reality within our life, within home life. Okay. When you say, what should I do? There is only what should I do. Just word and letters. What should I do? Doesn't mean anything. Words and letters. Like an alphabet. Like an alphabet. A, B, C, D. Doesn't mean anything. A, B, C, D. Then, see, what should I do? And without any meaning. Then people just hear it. People just hear it and put the kind of reason afterwards. They put a reason afterwards. See, that is another truth. That is another truth. Just simply just say, people say, what should I do? And, people don't know much about this simple reality. Very unfortunate. When you say, what should I do? There is only what should I do, and and without any meaning. When you say should I do, see, there is only should I do, and and nothing else. Listen. So when I what should I do? Simply listen become what should I do, and completely separate from what should I do. It's nothing less to do. And this activity, nothing less. Then should I do this? This one becomes should I do this? And and nothing there. So why do I do we have to care much about whatever just people say? Yeah, we don't need to care much about anything. This one just the things just come out, things just come out and they disappear. The things come out, disappear without any, without any other, anything just there. So we don't need to care much about anything, but as far as the people are concerned, always take it out. But what we have done, what the other people just say, so and it's right to just find out the reason why that kind of things come out. It's a totally useless. We don't need to do it. Simply just let it go. Whatever they come out, let it go. Our activity is universal. It's so tremendous, such a tremendous huge activity. See, that's the reason. Maybe we just try to just figure out what's the universal activity. It's a totally useless. Nothing concerned with the thinking at all. Universal activity is nothing concerned with the human thinking, the activity of the human thinking. The people don't know much about this yet. So all these people just try to just figure out what's happened by thinking. It's caused us trouble. It's caused us confusion. And that's it. Okay. You're thinking about all sorts of things that might come next. Yes, as I just mentioned, what should I do? This one just simply just become what should I do? The end. And the total disappear. Nothing there. Yeah? That's the reason as I just mentioned. We don't need to care much about what has come out. But see, even the things is completely finished, completely end. People just take it out, and try to figure out what the things that happen as a symptom. It's a total useless. Nothing. Look at look at the here. See, when I clap my hand, the sun comes, but nothing there. Nothing there. Why you just care much? Why that kind of crazy just clap his hand? It's a totally useless. You see, nothing less. People don't know much about this reality. So always just try to figure out what's the reason that kind of things happen, what kind of things that going on. That's a total history. Yeah. Okay. You think about all sorts of things that might come next. You are not lost in confusion. You are in thinking. Yeah? Always you just try to the things that happen by thinking. Yeah. It's a total useless. It's a total useless. Nothing. Look at that. Look at that here. This the right now that's always just come out the things you just faced. Nothing anymore. Yeah. So you don't need to care much about anything. Other people always care much about that. the people already care much about this thing never happen in right now, right here. All the people are just living over the thinking. It's cause of struggle. It's a totally source of suffering. If you don't care much about, if you don't care much about thinking, so, see, you never have any trouble. People never understand it. That's the reason we have to do that. Because you're just living in your thought. You're just living in your thought. You are not lost in confusion. Don't mix. Don't be misunderstanding. You will never be lost in confusion. But if you just care much about, if you try to act by thinking, it's called a shock. See, our activity is, as I just mentioned, our activity is universal. Never be lost in confusion. Yeah. But if you just try to things happening by thinking, it's cause of struggle. That's it. Very simple. Yeah, German way of thinking, very simple. Is he a German? Is it German?
That's awesome. German philosophy.
Very good. It's so good. German philosophy.
Not at all.
It's
just simple.
More like a typhoon. Hurricane.
Lisa.
Anti-German.
Anti-German. Don't call us Swiss German.
No.
Okay. because you have something to do now, you think about it. If you don't have something to do, you don't have to think. May I ask one thing? Is this a German song?
That's a German song, perfect. That's by the famous philosopher Hegel. That's perfect. It's perfect.
I never understand. But in a sense, it's there is something. Because you have something to do now, you think about it. If you don't have something to do, you don't have to think. Well, in a sense, only German philosophy. just based on German philosophy. Okay. But the thing is, this is just a proverb. This is Japanese proverb. Say, what it is? There is a saying, Japanese proverb. To knock on the stone bridge. To knock on the stone bridge. To just cross the bridge. A very what kind of person who is a very careful to do everything, to even kind of sobering. He just wanna just cross the bridge. But before he just do it. Before he just do it. This is all right. Then cross the bridge. I don't know what about the German philosophy, but as far as Japanese philosophy is concerned, there is totally in vain, no use. Just simply cross.
Just cross the bridge.
Simply cross the bridge. Even break down, doesn't matter. That's it. That's it. But Japanese people will say this. Not called the celebrity. Because someone wants to just cross the bridge. That's the reason. But this is still within the thinking. You see? Even that someone just even someone wanna cross the bridge, cross some bridge, even he just knock onto some bridge, but the activity is totally different. when just he try to cross the bridge, but he just give up. Without crossing so he just go somewhere other direction. We never say anything about whether he will just he'll be able to he just cross the bridge or not. Our activity is nothing concerning the thinking. Even German philosophy never be able to just assume what's going to happen. But nobody will be able to say so. That's the reason the Jinen Roshi teaches something like this. But the reality is, you see, we never be able to just assume what's happened. That's much not much our activity is universal. Nothing concerns with your thinking. That's the reason we never be able to assume what's going to happen. Okay. This is your present condition in regard to the act of thinking. You should be told by the act. This is very important. You see? That's the reason. Our activity is nothing concerned with thinking. That's the reason. What we have to do is we have to learn. We have to learn what's the universal activity is by action or activity or acting. You never just our universal activity by thinking. It's a totally impossible. That's the danger. That is the more you just the separate from thinking, the more you just separate from thinking, the more you just become as it is. See? Then eventually there is no separation between this and this. See? Then there is nothing exists. Nothing. See? Only activity. only action. In a sense, see, only action without say, without knowledge, see, without self. I'm simply talking about. Then without self, you are simply just listening. See, there is no one what we think about it. So, see, how to know. Then you'll be able to you'll be able to realize what's the universal activity. Universal activity is nothing concerned with the human activity. But as far as human is our concern, our activity, human activity is thinking. Because we think of what we have to do, then we'll be able to just, this is total misunderstanding. Total misunderstanding. Without self, we are simply acting right now. Without self, very great. That is, we don't have any trouble. See, what we think of the self, never intervene, never intervene. You see what we are doing right now. That very great. But people don't know much about its reality. That's the reason we have to do as Ajahn. See, until you just recognize, until you just realize the things just acting without self. And you will be completely without self. Everything's going on right now. Then you'll be completely free from everything. There is nothing bothering you. Completely free, completely from everything. Whatever you do, you can do whatever you do as you want. No problem at all. That is the Zazen. That's the essence. That is the essence of self. This is your present condition. Not now. Without self, we can do anything. But no, this is our present condition. In regard to the act of thinking, you should be taught by the act. That's as I just mentioned. At first, you just your thinking also have to be seized. In other words, you just let's go of thinking as it is, as it is. And that's it. Then you'll be able to know much about what the activity is, what the universal activity is. Okay, that is that. You should be taught by the art, be taught by be taught by the real truth of the art. The action start our thought, and we reach to the and we reach it by thinking, which is the usual way of the human being. Always we are just trying to do by thinking, by thought, by concept. And that's called the struggle. So once you completely separate from the thinking, then you'll be able to know much about what's the essential self. Essential self is what the real activity is. Okay, that's the reason we have to do that. Okay, even when you feel it's hard or I'm troubled, you are never lost in control. That's a thinking. It's hard. It's a thinking. Hard doesn't mean hard. Hopeless doesn't mean hopeless. And that's a thinking, not a reality at all. See? But people say so, it's hard. You see, people just recognize the meaning of the heart. That's a later come out. That later is come out. But it's that's it. Nothing less. It's hard. Nothing less. And I'm troubled. And nothing less. And then people just take it out and try to figure out what's it's hard, what's I'm trouble. That's the creation of thing. That's the creation of thing. It's just happening in your mind. That is not a reality at all. Okay. Very important thing. And it's cause of trouble. Only this is only cause of trouble. Without this, we never have any trouble. Because we don't know much about what's going on right now. Yeah. We don't know much about what's going on right now. Yeah. That's it. That's things. See? That's our unawareness. That's our awareness condition just come out first. Then you recognize these things, and the kind of things just come out. At the same time, the kind of thinking also come out later. Before recognition, nothing you'll be able to realize, nothing you'll be able to be aware of. That's before recognition. After recognition, see, everything's come out. Everything's come out. See? The thinking just come out and everything just come out. See? That is another reality. That is another reality. Reality is before recognition. You never be able to be aware of anything. That's the reason we never have any trouble. Very great. Very great. That's the German philosophy. What do you think about this kind? Very great. Very great. Also, he doesn't know anything. Okay. Okay. So where is it? Okay. Even when you feel it's our, so if another now, imperfect perception rather than in truth, does not exist. That's it. That's the total end. What do you want to just the yellow teacher asked me? We have two now. We have two now. See, what people think of now isn't not a true knowing. See, right now, you never just realize at all because of one. Because of one. The whole things what we think about the self is the creation of the thinking. We never know much about what's real essential, but the essential self, because the essential self is right now, right here. You never realize, you never be able to realize right now, right here. You say you think of oh, right now I'm doing this thing. This is the past. This is the past. Oh, I'm doing right now. That is another thing. That's no, that's the past. You never be able to realize right now, right here, because of oneness. Oneness. You never be able to just realize at all. See? That's the reason why just adding again is just issues with these things. Once, what do you thinking about? What do you think about this thinking of completely dropped away? You have just become the right now itself. You never just have any trouble with it. See, this is the thing. Another now is what we thinking about now by thinking or with thinking. This is not a reality. That is the past. That's not right now. You never be able to realize because one. Because of one. So that's the reason we never be able to just realize who we are by thinking. See? Who we are, the essential self is right now, right here. You never be able to just realize. Lots of people say, I just realized who we are. That's totally misunderstand. It's totally impossible. When people say, I realized the essential self. See, but many times we just ask me, I just realized the essential. Then what about the right now? Oh, right now is a difference. Totally incredible. See? Always right now. So once he just realized who we are, so right now, always should be right is the essential thing. See, people say, oh, I realize who we are, okay. So what about right now? Oh, right now is the different. That's a perfect misunderstanding. See? So what's security? Security? In fact, many times he just mentioned it, but the time he just realized realized who you are. And Annon Roshi, his teacher, he was so severe to just check the fact of the monks that the practice. The people the monks are so afraid of him. One day he was kind of high, and he just drank a kind of tea. Then someone just came. That's what the secretary. Then Keishiroshi asked me, Seke-san, where is the way of Buddha? Where is the way of Buddha? Then the secretary just think of where is the way of Buddha at the moment we just simply just become one with the whether is the way of a Buddha. Then he already mentioned the time when I just realized who we are is my right now the condition. This is thing. As I just mentioned, my I realize who we are. What was right now? Right now, different. totally different. See, things always right now. So once someone just realized that who he is, who you are, that does not have to be. I see. Otherwise, what's the realize who you are is who they thinking, not the realization, not the truth. Right. If another if she exists, that's a still within thinking. Right now, that never exists at all. Although you may say that now exists, but that is still within thinking. See? Not you never be able to be aware of right now. Like he was one. That's isn't the Shakyamuni Buddha or the Patriarchs have trouble, or hard say, to just realize who you are. Who's oneness? Even you just try to sit there, right? See oneness. What's oneness is? It's a total impossible. But very fortunate. Very fortunate. Yeah, thinking and thought completely dropped away. There is nothing except in this moment. You never be able to you never be able to just realize who you are. But the senses is just happening. Then you just recognize that at the same time you just recognize this one. Then you'll be able to just realize who you are. Because of the function of the recognition. Because of the function of the recognition. Very fortunate. Always the function of the recognition causes trouble. But as far as someone just realize who we are, this function have to be. Otherwise, we never be able to just realize who we are. The other animals, the animals never have this function. That's the reason, unfortunately, they never be able to realize who they are. Only human being will be able to just realize who we are. That's it. Flavia-san, that's it. That's it. Doesn't mean that's it. But that's it. That's it. So that you'll be able to get that's crazy. She told me that's it. It's not that's it, but that's it. That's it. Then you completely satisfied with everything.
I'm confused now.
No confusion.
Yeah, very great. Very great. Without very great. Okay. Thank you so much. はい。ありがとうです。
ありがとうございます。
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
ありがとう。
Okay.